Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. We have Meghan Markle saying that Prince Harry is a feminist, and apparently this conversation happened here with Gloria Steinem. Okay, and I'll read you the conversation. Other things that people are saying is that this interview was not conducted at Meghan and Harry's new Montecito house. This is their new house. Okay, so it could be in the back somewhere. But other people are saying that this is done at a horse stables. And if you look over here, this looks like a garage. It's hard to see. Okay, number one, this is in black and white. You hide stuff with black and white. That's why she does black and white. This looks like a garage, and then there's a fence, and then there's some figures back there. Could be animals, but that doesn't, maybe it's not their property. This window, what is all that stuff? That actually looks like stacked up tables and chairs, like a banquet center. And when you're not using it, I used to be a banquet waiter at a country club, and when you're done with the banquet, you just stack all the chairs on the sides. That's what that looks like to me. So where in Meghan and Harry's private residence would there be just like stacked tables and chairs? There's no record of Gloria meeting Archie. Archie's a star. Babies and dogs, these are stars. So she trots out the dogs, but not the baby? Oh my gosh, that's really weird. Okay, so I do want to ask the question, is this actually Meghan's residence? And look into that, because I want to kind of know how much deception is going on here. Is it Meghan's residence? Okay, so let's read the feminist stuff. Quote, as I've gotten older, I've been able to understand that it's not mutually exclusive to be a feminist and to be feminine. Meghan, allegedly 39, told Steinem, 86. She's looking good for 86. And to own that and harness your femininity and your identity as a woman in all of the different layers. Steinem says, well, you can be feminist and be masculine and a guy. Like my husband, exclaimed Meghan. I love that when he just came in, he said, quote, you know that I'm a feminist too, right, Gloria? It's really important to me that you know that. Meghan continues, I look at our son and what a beautiful example that he gets to grow up with a father who's so comfortable owning feminism as part of his own self-identification, that there's no shame in being someone who advocates for human rights for everyone. It's possible that this happened, but we have another example of this. Remember when Meghan interviewed Michelle Obama and she said they bonded together over chicken tacos. Michelle Obama and Meghan did that interview over the email. It was a complete fabrication, and she's been caught doing this several times. Also, the adoption of her dog. She says that Ellen came in with her spouse, now I'm forgetting her name, the other lady, and Meghan was at the shelter, and she was, petting a puppy. I forget which one of the adopted dogs she has, and Ellen said, you need to adopt that dog, like it was an order. And Meghan adopted the dog. And so she adopted the dog because Ellen said so. Ellen was asked about that later. Ellen has no recollection of that. Okay, so she kind of says these things. And that whole conversation, doesn't it sound exactly like Finding Freedom? Isn't that the tone and the rhythm and the voice in Finding Freedom? And I believe Meghan actually wrote Finding Freedom, and she just gave it to Scobie to clean up, and then they brought in Carolyn Duran because she's a more seasoned writer, and Scobie's just really a super fan and making his living from being a super fan of Meghan. I'm sure Scobie is very good at some things, but maybe he's not like the most polished writer. And she definitely gets a lot of utility out of Scobie. So did Harry say, let's find out if this is true, if it's a lie. Did Harry say at the Gloria, and we don't have a picture of Harry, there's no photographic evidence that Harry's there. There's no evidence that this is the only evidence we have. And we don't know when this happened. So did Harry say at the Gloria Steinem interview that is pictured here, did he say that he was a feminist? Like, as she said. Let's take a look. Executioner. Interesting. Look this over. So how truthful is it that Harry went and said he was a feminist? Executioner acts on their own, acts unilaterally, is very powerful, doesn't need to ask anybody. Olive Tree, the deeply rooted relationship, 7 of Hearts, 13 and 1326 from outside. This could be a deception card. Executioner is can be a very organized deception. So Devil and Player would definitely say it's a deception. Executioner is a very organized, ongoing deception. Like, it's all a deception. Okay, it's all smoke and mirrors. That's more like the Executioner. So there's so many things, so many untruths woven into the narrative. You can't tell what the narrative is and what the reality is. That's the Executioner. It's all mixed together in a big pot. And what you're seeing is not true because there's always seeds and threads of deception. It deeply rooted, in everything. 7s return forever. 7 Hearts returns forever. It adds 7 diamonds, 7s and 7. They return forever. So it's all kind of a deception. Mother Earth, looking far into the future. Okay, her situation looking far into the future. Outcome. Angel, she wants to be perfect. She's, writing a narrative of how Meghan Markle is perfect. Okay, and that's how Finding Freedom is written. It's a 5-star review of a human being, and she's just perfect. They didn't even kiss on the first date. Okay, that's something that she said. I think they went straight to bed and got really crazy. Okay, because I think that's something she's really good at, and that's what the guards are telling me. She pees in the woods on the African savannah. Well, they're paying, what was it, $2,000 a night to sleep in a fancy tent. They're also going to bring her along a porta potty for Meghan, for when they're out on safari. So, and I read on that, and I don't believe that either. Fox and Hightower, official decisions to look like an angel. This is her plan, and Straight Razor and Veil, lots of secrets. 8, 19, 29, 31, 40. Oh, 40. 40 is 10 hearts. Cup overflowing, an emotional narrative. So I think it's all not true. The deception is woven into everything. There are deceptive things said at every point. So let's ask, was this interview conducted at Meghan and Harry's Montecito home? Okay, or was this another location? That's kind of important, because if it's not at the Montecito home, then they made a special point to bring the dogs, and they made a special point not to bring Archie, and then Harry is very unlikely to be there. Oh, do you want to just hang out, and hide out somewhere while I do this interview with Gloria? And it's going to basically take all day. The interview is only going to take an hour, but there's setup before, and then there's breakdown after, and there's all kinds of plotting and strategy, and there's someone behind the camera, and there's someone producing, and also directing. In that instance, in such a small thing, the producer would also be a director. So was the interview conducted at Meghan and Harry's new Montecito home, or was it another location? I mean, how staged was this? Water into Wine is a deception card. Woman, 27 cross. Permanent, family, marriage, family, permanence. Water into Wine, transforming the marriage. Woman transforming, I don't know. Butterfly is very public, committed to very public, taking this opportunity. 6, 2 diamonds. Well, 8 diamonds, 8 hearts is deceptive because water is not wine. So it's calling something that is not. So they're saying this is Megan's home, but it's not. Okay, they're saying she met Megan at her home, but it's not Megan's home. It's not the permanent residence of the woman. It's not the marriage home of the woman. Not the marriage home of the woman. Committed to this opportunity and, making it very beautiful. I lean towards, it's not as definitive as I would like. I lean towards that maybe this is not actually the Montecito property. It's somewhere else because of the 8 hearts. Because the cards describe, they don't say yes or no. Let's look at Harry and Gloria Steinem. I keep wanting to call her Gloria Estefan, but they don't look anything alike. That's just a name association. So was Harry present at the location during the interview? Harry and Gloria Steinem. Was Harry actually even there to say these quotable quotes, about how he's a feminist? Harry, Gloria, boy, interesting. Was Harry there? Okay, so player, actor, man is a good man, an honest man. 24, 28, 7 spades, veil, secrets and deception. We didn't see a picture of him. Okay, if he was there, why didn't we get a picture of Gloria, Megan, and Harry? If Archie's there, why don't we get a picture of Gloria, Megan, Harry, and Archie? Of course, you got to have a picture of Archie. Why don't we have a picture of her holding Archie? Okay, now they're not saying that she saw Archie. It's just so weird that Gloria Steinem would visit Megan's house and not, the first thing out of her mouth is, where's Archie? I want to see Archie. I want to see his room. I want to see, I want to feel the feeling of, this lived-in house. There's a baby in the house. There's a couple in the house. There's dogs in the house. And you want to see dog toys, and you want to see the evidence of life in the house from all of those people living together and cooperating. So I'm going to say he was probably not there. Let's look at Gloria. Trinity, working everything together. Home, close relationship, 8 and 3, 11. 3 clubs, 2 3s, 2 4s. 3s are building action. So coffin is secrets. You keep dead bodies in the box. Working everything together in the close relationship. I don't believe he was there. Okay, Gloria's going along with the deception. It's just for the public. It's just for the public. And above we have, and this adds 5 spades, 25 spades, which is roadblock. Harry was not there. Okay, cup overflowing, an emotional narrative about the family. They're weaving an emotional narrative about the family. No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there to say this. So again, Megan is putting words in Harry's mouth, and she's like, well, it's not hurting you. It makes you look good. You're a feminist. Everybody embraces that. That's the ultimate woke speak. It makes me look good. It makes you look good. Really, Megan is only concerned about herself. She wants to make herself look good. She's an angel. She has the perfect marriage, the perfect baby, the perfect house. She cuts out Jessica Mulroney because Jessica Mulroney is not perfect anymore. She has to be perfect. So Harry never said that, and Harry wasn't even there to say these things. Harry wasn't physically present. Okay, Harry wasn't physically present. And it doesn't look like they were at the marriage house. It doesn't look like they were at the Montecito home. I have another report stating that Meghan is setting up a photo shoot, a $2 million photo shoot, so she can, get paid for Paps taking pictures of Archie, which is why they're keeping him secret. You never see him. So is Meghan setting up a $2 million or a very, the cards are not going to show $2 million, but is Meghan and Harry, are they setting up a very expensive photo shoot, big photo outlay of Archie so they can get paid big time because they need the money? There's money in the middle. That's money right there. Is Meghan setting up a very expensive photo shoot? Money. 2 spades would be like a no. 10, 16, 4 spades and 2 spades. No. No. Money for the relationship. No. Not doing that. That's on the surface, doesn't look like that's happening. What about here? Big change. 5 diamonds, 3 hearts. Jacob's ladder and roses. Sweet appearance on the ongoing big change. Scapegoat and snake. So big problems here. Scapegoat and snake. Cast out, very difficult. They are having money issues. Okay, and there's been a big change in their finances. That's an understatement. Plus they've got all these tax consequences coming up. Possible tax consequences. Harry cannot stay in the United States. He needs to leave. He can only be there for 6 months. And if he stays longer than that, then he's going to be taxed for his yearly income in the United States, because the United States taxes worldwide income from any source. Doesn't matter if he's earned that income from other sources overseas outside of the United States. He's going to be liable for United States taxes and California taxes, which are the highest in the country because California is so magnificently mismanaged. Wonderful resources, fantastic, amazing economy, and they still can't make the numbers work. Those people running California are criminals. They're not stupid, they're criminals. They're criminals. It is criminal to mismanage money that way, and they should be arrested and charged and prosecuted. That's just my opinion. Okay, so there's big problems with the money and going forward. They're kind of really struggling, but no, they're not setting up an expensive photo shoot for Archie at this time. I don't see that. I don't see them setting up this expensive photo shoot. Okay, so we've got some stuff here. What do we got? The first was, did Harry say that at the interview? Well, everything is kind of deception. It's just an ongoing pattern, systematic plan of deception, and it's all to paint Meghan as the perfect person with the perfect family and the perfect dogs and the perfect house and the perfect career and the perfect husband who says these wonderfully woke things. Was the interview conducted at the Montecito? Was it conducted at the Montecito property? The new, no, they're saying, Water into Wine, they're saying it's the Montecito, the permanent marriage house, but it's not. It's just for the camera. No, it wasn't filmed there. So good eye, folks. This looks like a banquet hall to me. I don't think this up here looks like a horse stable. This looks like maybe a fenced-in pool or other kind of recreation area up on a rise. But it doesn't look like the Montecito property, particularly because of this. But people will say, well, we don't know what the back of the Montecito property looks like because we don't have any photographs of it. Well, that's true too. But this furniture is very solid, very good. It'll last a really long time. And it could be, retail kind of furniture that a lot of people come and go and sit on and is very sturdy. That's very good, very sturdy furniture. Was Harry present for... Okay, I already asked this. Was Harry present? No. Harry wasn't there. Harry wasn't there. He's not there. And Gloria's going along with it. So it's not possible that he said this because Harry wasn't there. And they're not setting up a $2 million photo shoot or a very expensive photo shoot for Archie. So quite a bit of deception. So they're not going with the Archie thing. That wasn't at the Montecito home, which would explain why she didn't see Archie. And Harry didn't actually say that. This is just press, public relations. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe,